Well, good morning, everybody, and this is going to be a post-narrated video because I had just unlocked the ATGMs for the T-82BVM and then promptly didn't pay close enough attention when I redid my ammo, as you'll see here in just a second, right there, and instead of the Heat FS being in the second slot, I intended to have the ATGMs there, but yeah, so... Anyway, that's why this ends up being a post-narrated battle, because this was intended to be the first battle with my ATGMs and the T-72B3 for the video about using the T-72B3 with the ATGM upgrade. So at any rate, the battle ended up being very good, as you'll see, but I had intended not to keep it and to just use any other part of it for anything else that I got. And as you'll see, there were a few bits of the video that I was actually be able to use in 3 different projects I'm working on right now. But this one ended up standing on a video all of its own. So first things first, nice little ammo shot on a Leopard there. Good start. And you can also see that we're not capturing the point, and there are plenty of enemies here, whereas my friendlies are kind of not really in the cap. That guy was, but you'll actually see had some good work done by ZSU-57-2 here, and you'll notice him. Good shot into that 2K there for the second kill, and we're still not capturing, so I'm starting to get a little worried that I'm going to get overrun at some point here, but so far so good. Holding on. And got another lucky shot, basically, because I just fired center mass at that AMBT and killed him. And then there we go. Those were the 3 enemies in the cap. Well, at least 2 enemies in the cap, and now we're capping. So I needed 180 RP to unlock my T-80BVM properly, as opposed to the test drive that I originally had for it. So I think I've probably got 180 RP by now with a capture and 3 kills, but we'll see. About this point, I considered just doing a recording from here on out, starting to narrate from there, but I was like, I'll just get in the next battle, I'll just make sure I fix my ammo, and just keep carrying on the ATGM T-72B3 video. So I've got some teammates I can hear nearby, and I'm trying to figure out, basically just set up to ambush anybody coming in second wave to the capture point here. And I noticed that I've got a lot of team over at Alpha, and I'm all alone at Charlie, and our team doesn't hold Alpha, but we hold Charlie here, so that's something. So we've got enemies marked here. All of my team is camping up on the ridgeline. They're all Terms players over at Alpha, and I bust through here to Kool-Aid Man my way into this. Knock out a gunner, which is great, and then he can still fire with his commander, and not only that, there's 2 of them, so... At this point, I just decided, well, mark as many as I can and just start calling for help and hope that the team figures out that there's a couple of enemies here, because we're going down with the ship here, boys. Still, though, 3 kills in a cap with some damage done to a further enemy, that's fine. So, there was one of my YouTube subscribers here in this battle with me, Grumpy. I forgot to mention that earlier on when he said hello. But, yeah, you can see all the Terms players there. They're pretty much all over at Alpha. But he does a great job in this battle, too. So, came back in the PE-8, figuring, what the hell, let's see if we can make it in. I almost took off from the airfield, but I figured if I get shot down, I get shot down. I still wasn't really intending to keep this video at this point. So, I'm heading in towards Charlie as fast as I can to try and bomb out the guys who just captured it, because I'm sure they're going to be pushing up to the bridge and towards our spawn, because I was the only thing left in the cap once they killed me. And was able to level off just before my wings exploded off and get lined up just at looking for enemies here. Take a hit, lose the entire left wing. The plane is holding level just long enough for me to get the bomb off, and watch this. This is just a thing of beauty. I'm just going to shut up now so you guys can watch this. And listen to my original reaction, which I kept. Yeah, that bomb landed right in the middle of the bridge. It was beautiful. So, refresh with the T-90A, and back to try and take Charlie back here. This is where the battle starts getting pretty fun. So you can see the damage done by the Fab 5000 here. Also, just off to the right, you'll notice an enemy tank sitting up on top of the parapet there. Just barely missed getting a shot into the back of his turret, which should have detonated his ammo because he backed away, but I did take out his commander and his gunner, and then got an assist on him promptly by the aforementioned ZSU-57, who did a really good job there. Just barely catch the corner of the building here while I'm trying to cruise control forward and hit the map at the same time, but it was alright. Then we'll roll on into Charlie and take it for a second time. So I'm going to watch down this way for the expected enemy reinforcement, third wave coming into the cap. And watch how hilariously this turns out going here. Just silliness. So I can hear a teammate come in, swing the gun back over this way, look down the expected approach up the bridge. A little bit of artillery hits and starts throwing up a bunch of dirt and fire, and then wouldn't you know it, here comes an enemy, and right as I fire, he doesn't take damage, and then he destroys my cannon barrel with his first shot, destroys the breach. Just hilarious. Luckily I was able to back away far enough that he couldn't actually hit me with the TOW-2Bs while I backed off, fired already at him, and started repairing. That ZSU-57 just got another kill. He was doing some good work. As you can see, he's in second place in a ZSU-57. In an at least 10.7 battle, but I think it's 11.0. So we're repaired, we're moving again. I can hear the Bradley somewhere. And wouldn't you know it, as I'm watching over here to the right, he goes scooting by in the back. Off to the left. Just, I can hear his engine. I'm expecting him to come out right here. And if you watch in the background, off to the left there, you'll see him zip by in a second. Just faster than I can get the gun on him. If our friendly dead tank wasn't there, I probably would have had a better chance to actually catch him and get a shot at him, but come over here, catch him, get a good shot at him. I've reloaded with the ATGM at this point because I wanted to be able to get through whatever armor plating he had. And I don't know why he didn't kill me with the ATGM there. I don't think my ERA saved me, but the missile does take him out, thankfully. Everything was damaged except the gun breach, and I was able to basically casemate it onto him. And there's Grumpy. Hi, Grumpy. Say hello with everybody in the comments. Move back into position over here, and we're going to spend a little bit of time overcoming our significant emotional event we've just gone through and smoke up a bit while we repair and get recombobulated here, and then we'll get back out into the battle. At this point, I'm starting to consider keeping the battle, but I'm still not quite convinced yet. You can see that our team has begun moving on the objectives, which is good. It was definitely a good thing. We're starting to swing the tide of the battle in our favor a little bit here. So I can hear an enemy off to my left as well as a friendly. So I'm going to cut through this door here and then come over and try and back up. It sounds like a Bradley engine. The Bradley and the BMP-2 apparently have the exact same engine sound right now in game because it turns out to be a BMP-2M, but definitely sounds like the Bradley.
Another zone captured. We have the advantage.
So once I recognize there's a friendly over here, then I'm going to cut off to the right, because I can hear something. And of course, I still have my ATGM loaded. And there we go, perfect target. Which, the ATGM blows up on that stupid little palm bush there. But my boy Grumpy comes in and cleans up after my mess, so good job there again, Grumpy. Now I spot another enemy right there that I can't quite see through the gun sight. I'm trying to warn him, but it's going to end up being another HSTVL. as you'll see in a moment here. And I know he knows I'm coming. If he doesn't see me, he certainly is going to hear me, and I'm sure he's got me marked. I'm not about to risk the reload on him, so I'm just going to sit here and wait for him and hope that Grumpy can work his way around behind him from the left, and we'll catch him in a pincer movement. I put artillery on him to kind of flush him out, and then unfortunately Grumpy got taken out, which was not great. I take a hit here. I think he thought he must have done some serious damage with the RD, or whoever hit me with the RD, he must have seen that I was hit and marked and there was dirt thrown up and he tried to charge. Luckily I was able to take him out, and then I actually had time to actually get a repair in here. Between all the artillery hitting around me throwing up dirt and then the rest of my smoke left. And as you can see, Grumpy had asked me, I'm going to keep saying Grouchy because of my squadron mate, Grumpy, but Grouchy, I mean. I'm going to keep saying Grouchy because of my squadron mate, Grouchy, is what I meant to say. Anyway, Grumpy here asked if I was going to make this into a video, if this was going to be a video, and I said no, because I still wasn't going to keep it, and then had said, well, it should have been. I should have just made it a video anyway, and then right about then I was like, well, just post-narrate it, you dumbass. So here we are. And the battle was actually far from over, so it was a good thing I decided to just keep all of it. So I'm kind of just holding tight right here right now while we've got a big ticket bleed advantage. Well, they have more tickets, but we have the ticket bleed advantage is what I mean. So I'm going to push over here and watch for an enemy coming. There's the striker that took out Grumpy. A little bit of revenge for my subscriber there. I got you, fam. Orange fam. And then headed back over more towards Bravo to kind of get to a better place where I could cover. Actually, I decided I would go back in and reload some ammo and some smoke here in the cap and just hold this cap because our team's got Bravo and Alpha kind of covered by now. So I pull up stop to reload a little bit of ammo and some smoke charges here. And this is earlier where I was talking about with the BMP is actually right now. I was thinking it was the earlier part. But it was right here where you can hear the BMP engine, which sounds just like a Bradley to me, anyway. And like I said in the chat there, good job by my team pushing up and moving up. They held a little longer than I would have preferred, but they did push up and move up and secure points around the capture points to hold and win. And that is how you win domination battles. That or the enemy team all bailing after one death, but while you can almost count on that being a regular thing, you can't quite count on it being an every battle thing. However, you can definitely count on winning a battle if you hold the capture points and keep the enemy off of them. That is an every battle thing. So I ducked down in the water here to follow this other guy up the river a little bit and try and get to a position where I can basically park myself just behind the rock at the leading edge of Bravo here, and then if I need to, I can pull forward to shoot at anybody near Bravo or Alpha. And then this Apache appears out of nowhere. Just missed him. But he's dead, and then he keeps on flying for a good long moment here, blasting away with the chain gun, but he never gets close enough to hurt me. Thankfully. And he's done. So this is the guy who was in the ZSU-57. He did some great work in that thing. So the plan now is to push across to this, get behind this rock up here to my front left, and just kind of park there and wait. But I can tell with the teammate who just got killed by Alpha, they're about to take Alpha. So I was going to just park here and wait for something to happen in either Bravo or Alpha, but obviously the guy who had just killed our teammate at Alpha was going to push right into Alpha and try and take it back. So I just continued right on driving after I fired my RD and then tried to get up here where I could get a shot down the river into Alpha, but he's going to get taken out before I actually get my gun on him, which was fine. There it is. He's down. So I decided, all right, That's probably covered. I will turn around and just cover things back here behind me back at Bravo because we are pretty much set there. Also, my teammate is marking something right up here next to me. So I turned around to go back and help him deal with that. And this is a much more likely place for enemies to be, so... There's a helicopter that I thought was friendly. When I checked the team, we actually have a helicopter. Turns out it's an enemy helicopter, so... Stop here, try to turn around, get a shot at him, and he crashes. So I guess that was that. And then I push forward a little bit more, and, oh, what's this? It's an enemy truck with SAMs on it. Got a pretty good shot into him that did a little bit of damage, and then the machine guns finished off the rest, and that was going to be my 9th and final kill for the battle, so... Which should have been 10, as you can see here, with a pair of hits with shots on this Apache, but I didn't get a kill on him.
Another zone captured. We have the advantage.
2 shots right through that Apache. Unfortunately, not enough to kill him. But 9 kills, 3 assists, and 2 captures. Yeah, we'll call that unlocking the T-80BVM in style, because, yeah, that went pretty well. So as you can see there... out of the 180 RP I needed to unlock the T-80BVM, I got about 11 times as much as I needed. 10 times, well, not quite 10 times as much as I needed, but still about 5 times as much as what I actually needed. And there we have all the stats, the battle tasks, the battle log, and the awards. And that'll do. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and we will see you in the next video. Good luck to all of you out there grinding your way all the way to the eventual highest battle rating of the game. Thanks for watching, everybody.